What's up, guys? It's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we just got the reveal of the next Chronicles deck, Spirit Charmers. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this new structure deck. So I'm really excited to check this out with you guys because we actually have the reveal of the box art of the next Chronicles deck, Spirit Charmers, and 2 new cards that are going to be included in this deck. So let's go ahead and check out these cards. So first off, this is amazing because it does appear like this is going to be the next all foil deck, just like the Fallen and the Virtuous, which looks amazing, and I'm so excited about it because the Charmers are so cool and nostalgic. And it looks amazing. The box art looks really cool. We have all 4 of the original Charmers on it. We have a really cool Charmer mat as well, showing off all the different Charmers. And it's just so cool looking to finally see another Chronicles deck. Because the Chronicles deck, the Fallen and the Virtuous, was a huge success. And it's awesome to see that they're going to continue this and keep making Chronicles decks. This is so cool. But we do also have 2 new cards to cover as well that were actually revealed alongside this. So let's go ahead and see what these cards actually do. So I'm super excited to check these out. So this card is called Charmers of the Grand Circle. And this card is a level 6 light spellcaster fusion effect monster with 1850 attack and 1500 defense, which is actually the familiar possess stats, which is really neat. And I love that it has all 4 of the original Charmers on it. And this card's materials is 2+ Charmers and or familiar possessed monsters, and you can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. For the first effect, if this card is fusion summoned, you can choose among these effects up to the number of times up to the number of original attributes among its materials, maximum 4, and apply them in sequence, and you can choose the same effect multiple times. That is actually pretty crazy. So if one of these effects is absolutely broken, you can pick that effect up to 4 times over, which is crazy. For the first effect, this card gains 800 attack. You can add a possessed spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can return 1 card on the field back to the hand, or you can special summon a spellcaster monster from the graveyard. And the way this card actually reads is you can use this card's effect and then apply the same effect on this card up to 4 times when you fusion summon, depending on the amount of materials that you put into this card, meaning you technically could use this card like a soul charge to bring out 4 spellcasters to your side of the field, including this card, which is absolutely crazy. Or boost this card up by 3,200, making this card go over 5,000 attack points. Or you can get a quadruple bounce of this card's effect that is non-targeting. That is absolutely broken. That is so good. Wow, that is actually insane. Or you can get a search 4 off this card's effect, which is insane because it says if this card is fusion summoned, you can choose among these effects a number of times up to the number of original attributes among its materials, maximum 4, and apply them in sequence. And you can choose the same effect multiple times. That is actually insane. This card is going to be absolutely crazy, and it's amazing that we finally have a boss monster for familiar possessed, but it does require you to put like 4 monsters in this card to make it absolutely broken. So I'm not sure how we're actually going to do that, but that's pretty cool. We don't have a fusion spell yet, so let's go ahead and see what the other card actually is. So this card is a new card. It's actually a spell book. That's actually really neat. So does that mean technically we can play the Magician of Prophecy to be able to search this card because it searches any spellbook card? So this card is a spellbook of the Grand Circle, normal spell card. Oh, add 4. Whoa. Okay, I have never seen an add 4 on anything. Wow. YuGiOh is going to some crazy places. Okay, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. Whoa. For the first effect, add 4 Charmer. monsters with different attributes from your deck, graveyard, or banishment to your hand, then return 2 cards from your hand to the deck. That is literally, that reads like a Pokemon card with how crazy they have for draws in Pokemon. To be able to just get like a draw 7 in Pokemon, that's crazy. I've never seen an add 4 of anything in the game. That is actually insane. Whoa. That's crazy. Okay. For the second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard to fusion summon a fusion monster. There it is. Using Charmer and/or familiar possessed monsters from your hand or field, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when the monster's fusion summoned. You're kidding me, right? So they can't do anything when we summon it out. That is ridiculously good. But you just banish it from the graveyard to be able to fusion summon. So you basically get the add 4. This card literally is a 1 card bounce 4 off of this. That is so broken. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So you use this, add your 4 Charmers, return any 2 cards you want from your deck. This is going to get ashed every single time. But you're going to get to add 4 Charmers from your deck to your hand off of this. You technically, since it is a spellbook spell card, can normal summon Magician of Prophecy to be able to search this card, or spellbook Magician of Prophecy, to search this card from your deck to your hand, add 4, already committed to your normal summon, which is easy, and then once you do, you just banish this thing to be able to fusion summon by putting 4 different Charmers into this, and then you get the broken ability, either let it gain 800 attack, add a possessed spell or trap from your deck to your hand, return a card on the field back to hand, or special summon a spellcaster from the grave, which you can apply the same effect multiple times. That is so broken. Whoa. Okay. I never thought I would see an add 4 on any card ever. Okay. You also have a bunch of reprints as well. All familiar possessed monsters, all the original Charmers, all the channelers. That's pretty cool. Some really interesting, like the different forms of the familiars. That's really neat. All their awakening possessed forms, spirit charmers, all their different like spiritual arts, which is pretty cool. They're like blazing forms, which is insane. That's pretty cool. Unpossessed. You just have all like the really good reprints for this. And they already had some pretty good support. This is stupid. This is crazy good. Wow. Okay. And also, it is going to probably be an all foil deck as well, because it is going to be, yeah, all foil edition right there. All foil edition. Then we're actually going to get the structure deck. And this is a TCG mock-up of the actual box art, which we're going to be getting later on, which is really, really cool. I am so excited about this, and this is going to be actually insane. Just 2 cards changes this entire deck to be able to actually give us like 6 starters in the deck, because you can normal summon, technically, actually, wait a minute, Spellbook of Secret is good now. You can actually mix like Spellbook with this, because it is a Spellbook spell card. So you can mix Spellbook with this as well, since it is technically a Spellbook card, which is kind of ridiculous. That is actually insane. To be able to just search this card out with like Spellbook, I believe it's Spellbook of Secret that you can actually like search this with, and then you can use Spellbook Magician of Prophecy to be able to get to it, and then you have Spellbook of Knowledge that's a draw too. Like, you're going to be able to fuse the whole Spellbook archetype into this now because of this 1 card saying that it's a Spellbook. That is insane, because nowhere on this card does it say it is not counted as a Spellbook card. So this is technically a Spellbook spell card to be able to actually be able to search it. That is ridiculous. So we have this card. We're going to have multiple starters in the deck now because of Spellbook. This is going to be insane. This is insanity. I cannot believe that. You do have to play some bricks, which is fine. But when you summon this, oh, you're winning. when this touches down with that return 4 to the field, it's a board wipe. It's literally a board wipe, or a soul charge, or a search for familiar possessed spell or traps, or just 5,000 attack points. And keep in mind, you can summon out 2 of these if you want to, technically, because you can use Magicalized Fusion to be able to make this, because it is a spellcaster monster. So you can play Magicalized Fusion in this to be able to make this. That's crazy. Or you can just make Quintet Magician. You can technically just use Magicalized Fusion to make Quintet Magician, which is going to make Magicalized Fusion go crazy in this deck, and it's going to be insane, because it takes spellcasters. That's going to be insane. Wow. Okay. So that's going to do this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely tell me what you guys think about this new all-foil structure deck down in the comments down below. And this is some insane support. And we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.